Hi, I'm Catherine and this is my tiny campervan. Hi everybody. So quite a few people over on Instagram have been asking me lots and lots of questions lately just about my van, about my build, about the layout and some bits about how much things cost as well. So I thought I would just put this video together to hopefully give you guys a bit of help and advice, although I apologise because I am the cheapest person on the planet and I've put very, very little money actually into my van. I'm lucky enough to have parents that live on a farm and a dad who is a massive hoarder of all and anything, so it's kind of been like a dream playground for doing this kind of thing because I've managed to sort of recycle, upcycle and use reclaimed wood for pretty much everything in this van, so apologise for that, but I will try and give you as much advice as I possibly can. So let's get down to it. Tiny van to awesome adventuring bedroom on wheels. So I have the VW Caddy panel van. I have a lot of people asking me if it's a maxi. It's not a maxi, it's just the one back sliding door panel van. It's a 2007 2-litre turbo engine. I'll get onto that in a little second. In this beautiful yellow colour. Soon to maybe have a little surprise addition, but maybe that will be a whole other video because if you do follow me on Instagram or you've seen any of my recent posts, you will probably know that my van was recently in an accident. And I've just been going through all of the process to get it back on the road, and that is a whole other long story that probably warrants its own video because there are some exciting things on the card relating to that as well. So yeah, back to the non-turbo engine. I did actually have a newer Caddy before this one. It was a 2012 1.6 turbo engine. And I loved that van. It drove like a dream. But anyway, the 1.6 just was a disaster, to put it lightly. Caddies are renowned for injector problems, and I think I had every single problem with that van I could possibly have had.
Why does fate not like us?
That's 3 RACs and a motorway recovery. Doing pretty well, I think.
I was very, very lucky that I bought it from the garage and I was able to claim on the Consumers' Rights Act. So I did a bit of reading up on that, and they did actually take the van off me and try and do all the repairs it needed for free. In the end, they just bought the van back off me. It was so problematic that it just wasn't something that could be fixed quickly and easily. So within those rights, they bought it back off me for the same price actually that I bought it off them 6 months before. But I saved hundreds, if not thousands of pounds by doing that. So if anybody wants an advice on that, do drop me a message. But I just stumbled across this on Facebook Marketplace, and as soon as I saw it, I just knew that I had to have this van. One of those kind of just cliche moments, and I knew this was going to be the van for me. So lame. Since having it, and sort of the garages that I've taken it to have actually told me that the older non-turbo engines are some of the most reliable that VW made. So whether or not that's true, you know, I've had my van for well over a year now, and she's really going strong. I've touched wood. I've probably completely jinxed myself, so that was stupid. My little black cat's back. It's not my cat, but hey, you gonna come in the van? Sometimes it likes jumping in my van.
Hey buddy, you wanna come in? Come on then. Do you approve?
So let's get on to the build. I guess we'll go from the very beginning. So when I bought my van, It did have some stuff already in it. Actually, the guy that I bought it off had intention to turn it into a camper himself, so it was pretty much all ply lined and carpeted actually. I did do a bit of carpeting on the first van I had though, so I bought 4-way stretch and contact spray glue, so you just spray it onto the carpet and the wood and it goes on. I like making cakes, so if you've ever iced a cake with fondant and you kind of have to pull the creases out, it's a lot like that. Most people probably won't have a clue what I'm talking about. I bought mine on eBay and I can show you somehow, I'm sure, what I bought. But this van was already pretty much carpeted, so I took everything out. My dad helped a lot. He likes to take over, but it's fine. And there was some insulation and sound deadening underneath. We tore all of that out just to kind of start afresh. And controversially now, I did not put anything back in my van. People ask me about this a lot. I don't think insulation is worthwhile. Not in my tiny van, because I've taken the bulkhead out. I crawl in and out the back all the time. I love not having the bulkhead. It's great, especially if the weather's not very nice. I can put my bed in and out from bench and bed position from inside. I kind of designed it that way. I don't have a heater. I don't have any kind of aircon system. I don't even have aircon in the front. So I don't need insulation because it's always going to be hot in the summer. It's always going to be cold in the winter, regardless. I've got a nice, good sleeping bag, and I never go anywhere in the winter without my hot water bottle. And I think that I would still do that regardless of having insulation. I don't think it would make that big a difference for me. I did, however, just try and concentrate on trying to have as least exposed metal as possible, just to keep it cozier and enclosed and reduce the chance of condensation anywhere in the van. So once we took everything out and it was completely bare inside, you could kind of see the shell and these kind of window indents. I don't know whether other models have windows or why exactly they're there, but for me that was a big opportunity for optimizing space. So I had bought a single futon bed in mind to kind of use that as the slat bed solution. I think I spent £10 on it, and I did actually use that mattress for a long time, but I have since got some much lighter foam mattresses, which I will go on to later. So yeah, I didn't end up using the futon bed, so instead we used those slats to make the little built-in shelves, and they were perfect width. I didn't have to cut them at all. They worked brilliantly, and then just some like a couple mil ply on the back, and then once we'd made those, we kind of measured up the walls that were already in there. It was a bit awkward because they were already carpeted and I didn't want to waste that, so we had to kind of cut back the carpet and then cut bit by bit out of the wood to try and stick a pencil in and measure them around the shelves. It was a bit of a bodge job, but actually came out really, really well. And then once those holes were cut, I could wrap the carpet around the back. I think I just staple gunned it back on and then fix them up, and I love how it looks. It's actually one of my favourite bits about the van, so I'm really, really pleased that we went with that. That was probably the most exciting bit for me. So what's next? So I was really keen on having this pull-out slat bed. I thought it would be a really nice, simple solution, but when I kind of showed my dad my drawings and asked him what he thought, he said that, you know, it's kind of unnecessarily wasting floor space. So his idea was to build the stationary box as I would have before, but smaller, and then have a folding out 3-part system. And I kind of came around to that idea, and that's what we made in the end. So we have the stationary box, which pulls out, and it's got all of my kitchen and barbecue stuff in. I love it. And then 3 boards that all slot out together, and they're on 2 support rods and a support box that pulls out from the back. So all of the wood is, I don't actually know how thick it is, maybe 10, 12 mil ply. It's quite splintery old plyboard. I wasn't super keen on it when I first saw it, but I've kind of fallen in love with it now. It's quite, it's got character. The slotty bits that the slats go into, I actually took off an old sofa bed that was going to the tip and then cut them so that they slot beautifully. So that was a really cool invention, again for free. I'm sorry, I don't think I've actually talked about anything that I've spent any money on yet. I was looking for lighter foam mattresses to the one that I was using before, because it was a bit heavy, and to kind of get the bed out it was a bit tricky. So I wanted a lighter foam mattress, and foam is so expensive. So I thought, well, if I can find some sort of second-hand mattress that I can reupholster, then that would be brilliant. That would be the best solution for sure. I saw this like really old school, like 70s bench bed that folds out, but it had two really lightweight foam mattresses. They wanted £30 though, so I kind of messaged them just saying, hi, I'm really interested in this sofa bed, but I don't think I can stretch to £30. This is what I want to do with it. And they messaged me straight back saying, that sounds really cool. If you come today, you can have it for free. And I am a bit renowned for getting stuff for free and being really cheeky. But hey, if you can get it for free, get it for free. So I still need to cut and reupholster them because they're a bit clunky. But I think when I've done that, they'll be really, really cool. Okay, the floor. So when I bought the van, it had this kind of industrial stick-on floor, which was actually pretty great, and I kept it for the first year because it was hard wearing. I could stick the bike in, my kayak in, longboard, dirty trainers after hiking, and I didn't really mind because it cleaned easy. It was pretty rough and ready anyway. But again, I saw a Facebook Marketplace bargain that I couldn't resist, and someone was selling some oak style laminate, a whole brand new pack and a half for £10, like 10 minutes down the road from me. So I went and got that, and my dad helped me cut that beautifully into shape, which is almost a shame because the box obviously covers that, but I'll know that it's beautiful underneath. And I'm so happy that I did it because it looks so homey now. I don't know, it's just created a whole different vibe to the van, and I love it. It is really like a tiny home now, so I'm really, really happy that we did that. And then really it's kind of just other little space optimizing bits that I really, really love. I'm just going to check that I'm recording again. This side of me is, I actually love this. This is super janky. So it's just, again, like 10mm ply, pretty quirky texture on it. And then I wrapped it in some old aluminium off an old caravan and then banged copper nails into it. So it's now this really nice wipeable surface, and I do loads of cooking on here and I love it. And behind this, probably shouldn't do this to your van. I'm a little bit nervous because Dad wants to start chopping up the van. So this door wants to cut this off so we can make another cupboard in the back. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not, or whether I should be encouraging you to do that, but I love the space it's created and I use it all the time. I keep all my cutlery in there and other bits and bobs for when I'm cooking. And then on this side, which I am in the process of changing, is a fold-up table that just has a little fin that pops out and it stays up, and that's also brilliant. I make pretty much all my morning teas and coffees on there. It's brilliant. And then recently I also love this little invention, was the inside door handle. I've seen so many people do this and it's genius. I can't believe that I have had my van for a whole year and not done this. So it's really easy. Once you take the panelling off, you can see how the mechanism works just by pulling up the door handle, attach some wire, and then attach the wire to the rope and just had it hanging out. So now I just pull up the rope and open the door. Super duper easy peasy. What else have I done I can show you? I bought some really great little storage nets on eBay. I love those. And I did have a little gap between my wall and the roof, and I put some rope and some sunflower. I remember one of my other favourite bits. But yeah, some rope and some sunflower wrapped around. I forgot to tell you about the roof, which is my favourite part. maybe joint favourite with the shelves. So yeah, everyone always compliments me on my map roof. There's a fabric shop really local to me, and I wanted to have a look at what they had first and try and support them over just buying something on eBay. And I just spray glued it on with the same spray contract spray glue that I used with the carpet on my first van. And also then I also made a little cushion to match, if you can see that one there. So I was super proud of that. So that is about it. The sun has really come out and I'm like sweating now. I don't know whether that's because of the awkwardness of all of my neighbours walking past and judging me, or just because it's really warm today. But I hope that's been useful, and please let me know if you have any more questions. I will possibly do a smaller van tour because I realise I've rambled on a lot in this video and some people just want to see how pretty my van is inside and what I've done. And I'll also try and keep you updated on my little surprise makeover in a few weeks' time. But thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully do something like this again soon.